Hey Nintendo fans, and happy Halloween! 3 years ago, I ran a video sharing all the creepiest things found in the Pokemon universe, just before I opened my channel up to all Nintendo franchises. The rest of Nintendo still has plenty of memorable scares, and what's a better time than Halloween to share them? Without further ado, my top 10 creepy things in Nintendo games. Except Pokemon, because we already did that. Number 10. The piano. It's funny, despite the fact that Luigi is scared all the time in Luigi's Mansion, I never found it that creepy of a trip overall. However, Big Boo's Haunt from Mario 64 has one classic spook that nearly had me turn the game off when I was a kid. All you need is that one red coin. Right there in the corner. Oh no, what have I done? What is this? Completely indestructible and complete with its own horrific audio cue, the killer piano is a terrifying classic. Number 9. The moon. There's a lot in Majora's Mask that I'd consider scary, but nothing quite symbolizes the despair of the entire Majora's Mask game quite like the moon.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
No matter where you are, take a quick peek outside and you'll get a disgusting reminder. In less than 3 days, you're gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. As it gets closer and closer to the final doomsday, it just gets more and more unsettling. Why'd they give it such a horrible face? The only thing that makes it a little more comical is how they use the moon in Hyrule Warriors. Funny, it isn't as scary when you're the one crushing people to death. Number 8. The Secret Mario Ghosts. I'm not talking booze. There are two very specific instances in modern Mario titles that are straight up haunted. The first is in Mario Galaxy 2's Shiverburn Galaxy, where a handful of eerie, ghost-like figures watch over you the entire time without moving. Their file name in the game's code is equally unsettling: Hell Valley Sky Tree. A figure very similar to these appear in 4-4 of Super Mario 3D Land. If you walk past the flag and wait for the timer to tick down, a mysterious ghostly figure will appear. Once again, this ghost looks nothing like a boo. It's just its own creepy entity staring at you from afar. What did these creatures want? Why were they even coded into the game? They're so creepy, so obscure, but I have to know more. Number 7. SAX. Metroid Fusion is basically a horror game. You spend a huge portion of the game fleeing from what's a mindless killing machine copy of yourself. Something with all of your powers, while a weakened Samus struggles to reach her old potential again. You're often completely powerless to fight it, with most encounters forcing you to hide in the shadows, while its footsteps clack down the hallway, knowing that you could die in one shot. Running for your life, the near-faceless look you see when it's shown close up, and even the horrific transformation at the end of the game, all keep this Metroid villain as one of my most feared. Number 6. Dark Matter. Kirby is cute. Kirby is colorful. Kirby is fun. Use your powers to save your animal friends. Fight adorable bosses like trees, penguins, and the eyeball of death that bleeds on you as an attack. Oh god, what is that? What is that? Why did they think this was okay? Why did it have to come to this? Number 5. Mimi from Super Paper Mario. At first glance, Mimi is a standard supervillain sidekick. Pouty, cutesy, wears lots of outfits depending on the situation, and she's also a shapeshifter, which means that she has a true form. And I'm not talking Mystique true form, where it's like you're a regular person except blue. Nah, her true form and transformation sequence is something that has haunted me for years. That's some exorcism tier stuff. No thanks. Number 4. The Bathtub from Eternal Darkness. While most of today's picks are scary or creepy moments found inside of colorful Nintendo games, I had to include one good scare from the horror genre because I'll never forget it. I mentioned this briefly in my underrated Nintendo games video, but Eternal Darkness is one of the most profoundly creepy games that I've ever played, especially with the game out to get you at every corner to destroy your sanity meter. The Bathtub is a simple jump scare. Why is a dead version of yourself in the bathtub? I'll never know, but it's plastered inside of my mind for all of eternity.
Number 3.
Porky Minch. Part of what makes Porky Minch so unsettling is that you get to see him as a normal person. He's cowardly, has a chip on his shoulder, is abused by his parents, but all he wants is a friend. When he can't find friendship the way that he wants, you really get to see him slowly descend into madness, growing creepier and creepier until he becomes an immortal being barely representing a human with pale skin and more machine than man. He tortures people, murders people, and he also transcends time. All this hate made even more awful because, honestly, he's just a kid.
Number 2.
Dead Hand. Zelda is full of nopes. Nope, 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 no, no. But in Ocarina of Time, there is but one king of the nopes. Dead Hand. This thing actually makes me sick. The pale skin with red blotches, the infinite hands that are crawling up from the ground, the absurd way it sways towards you if you're caught in one of its many clutches. No! No thanks.
Number 1.
Giygas. Leave it to the Mother series to give us 2 of the top 3 entries today. Giygas, the final boss of Earthbound, Mother 2, is pure evil. It's a contagious force that affects the people around the world. It's also an alien, and it's also completely incomprehensible. It doesn't even really have a form. It's a disgusting red face that distorts in a way that fills your entire screen. The dialogue is haunting and confusing. Giygas mixes lines like, "I'm happy, I feel good," with, "It hurts, Ness." This isn't a villain that you feel good fighting. While Shigesato Itoi has debunked the classic theory that people share, saying that Giygas is a fetus when you battle it because you go back in time, its inspiration is still just as terrifying. When Itoi walked into an adult film as a child, it made a profound impact on him that he wanted to turn into an in-game entity. It's a sense of terror, having atrocity and eroticism side by side, in Itoi's words. I'm not sure I can really explain it any better than that, but it's definitely the scariest thing I've encountered in a Nintendo game. As always, I hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween. Enjoy your candles, parties, or just waiting for the next unexpected spook from a seemingly colorful Nintendo game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with more Nintendo content.